Governor Schaap had a reputation for being a progressive. What we were doing was obviously out of the box. There were no rules. No one knew what to do. We knew that the next step in our progression was the political world. Up to that point, no governor anywhere in the nation had met with LGBT activists. If anything, if they saw a gay person coming towards them, they would have run the other way. Governor Schaap, on the other hand, when I wrote to him, I was shocked to receive a letter back stating he'd be glad to meet with us. And then later that same day, I got a phone call saying he's going to be in Norristown, and if I can make it to Norristown, he'll make the meeting that day. Up to that point in American history, you will not find an elected official anywhere that had ever mentioned gay, lesbian, homosexual, homophile, what have you. You must remember what the condition of gay people was at that point in history. We were fighting to allow lawyers to pass the bar. If a doctor became known as a gay person, he might have not gotten his license, he wouldn't have gotten into a hospital. Governments would fire you. People who had liquor license might lose their liquor license if they served gay people. Things were not very good for us. We were just beginning to come out as a community and people getting to know us. But to that point, if you were gay, you were immoral to the religious society, you were illegal to the criminal justice system, you were to the medical industry, you were psychologically ill. We were the bottom rung of American society. We walked into the room, he had a big smile, put his hand out, shake my hand, and the first line he said to me, "I think I saw you on the Cronkite Evening News." And from that moment on, I knew this was a man who felt comfortable with us. And no politician at that point felt comfortable with LGBT people. And we talked for a while. He says, "What could I do for you?" And our first line was, there's a lot of discrimination going on in the state of Pennsylvania. Gay men and lesbian women are being discriminated against. And we hope you'll help us do something about it. And he says, "Well, how can I help?" And I have this habit in my life to always going for the brass ring, the best thing, and figure I'll negotiate back later. And I said, well, you can issue executive order not allowing discrimination in state government. Or you can let us work with the various state departments and see how we can help make each of them help the gay and lesbian community. And he said, well, let's work on that. He treated us as though we knew the political system and that we already knew it would be tough, and he was willing to fight the battle. I mean, the perfect example of it is, as I said, your question was it a private, off-the-record meeting? So and I thought it was. After the meeting, he called his assistant, and his press assistant says, "Bring them in." They opened the doors, and the entire Pennsylvania press corps came into the room and photographed the governor and I. He decided he wanted it on the record. Those photographs are the first photographs of any governor in America meeting with gay activists. That was his decision, not ours. And that was in every newspaper in the state of Pennsylvania the following morning.